Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the OSU Catch World Cup. It's time for round of 16. We've seen 3 matches so far, but we got plenty to go. The one that's up next is Israel versus Mexico. I'm Snow Leopard here with Sekre. Sekre, how you doing?
Hello. I'm doing pretty good. We got seed 31 versus 15, but again, do not let the seeds throw you off. Israel, pretty good team, all things considered. They only got 4 members, but those 4 members are pretty strong. Meanwhile, Mexico, they have one of, in my opinion, the better performers coming out of Mexico, which is Milk. Milk has been a new performer this year, and they've been doing really well, so hopefully we can see how they will go throughout this tournament. They did have a bit of an unlucky match last week against Colombia, where the disconnect happened on the tiebreaker, and that is why they're in the losers bracket here, but in the end, they can still push further through the losers bracket.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup. A little bit of spoilers, but I heard that we may not have Galawan from Israel for this match, so if that is the case, it's going to definitely make it pretty tough for our 31st seed team, but the other 3 members are still very strong, so it's not a match to take lightly by Mexico.
Yeah, if they don't have Galawan, that would be definitely painful, because then you're not even subbing out any players, which is very, very hard to play as 3 members for all of the maps. You can go up to like, 11 maps that you can go to play total. And that's not that great of a time. That's like an hour of playtime.
Yeah, if it goes all the way to tiebreaker, that might be cooked. But maybe Israel can hit that finish line before we get there. We'll have to see. Looks like we're getting into the rolls. Pretty low roll of 14, a little Lightmare. Only 32, but that is enough to take the win.
Yeah, as long as you're more than the other one, that's all that matters.
And they are going to be going for first pick. Before we get there, we're going to have to see the bands coming out. Unfortunately for Israel, I believe they are Team Red.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny though.
Overlay.
Honestly, should have swapped them. That'd be pretty great.
There we go. Confirmation. Israel indeed will be red in the first 3 slots. And they are going with first pick, so they'll have the second ban. So Mexico going to be up first for their ban.
If I was Mexico, I'd probably ban Nomad 3. That works too. Honestly, I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot of Nomad 3 bans this week. It's one of those maps that's like really tricky. One of the harder maps for sure in the pool. It does make sense to get that one out of the way, because you don't know what's going to happen on that one.
Yeah. Gimmick pick's always a bit of a wild card sometimes, but gonna be hidden 1 ban for Israel. Maybe on the other sides of things, since hidden 1 initially was going to be in round of 32, but it got bumped over to round of 16.
Wait, really? I didn't hear about that.
That is, yeah, according to the little trivia sheet that our lovely mappers have provided me. But either way, Nomad 1 going to be that first pick.
And Nomad 1, I think it's probably Israel's best pick going into this one, but Mexico also did show they were really consistent on these Nomad 1 types maps. I believe last week they did play the Nomad 1, if I'm not mistaken. No, there was another map that they were really consistent on. Like, they had good consistency scores overall. Looking, wow, actually scored really highly on almost every map they played. Could see some very high scoring averages on this map in particular. I think this one honestly might be easier than last round's Nomad 1 for a lot of teams coming into this weekend. Because even though it is harder at a base, there's not really much to trip you up. It's very samey for the whole map.
Yeah, a lot less variety in this one. But it is a bit of a little speed up. 130 BPM, 9.6 AR. And as always with the Nomad 1, solid consistency pick. Good way to start out the match if you're unsure how you're feeling. Kind of ease into the rest of the match.
Definitely.
Okay, we got our roster of 3 for Israel, with I believe Galwan being away. But over on Mexico, it's going to be Cowboy, Milk, and Firu to start out the match.
Gotta see who takes the spinner on this one. It's actually gonna be Mexico by quite a margin. Who didn't spin? That's the real question. That's a huge margin, but Cowboy does find a miss very early on. About 150 combo.
Yeah, that will negate the spinner advantage. Nenda's gonna be trading one back though.
Actually gonna find 2 of them pretty close together. So about, all things considered, might be equal to about 1 miss at 200 combo. Might lead for Mexico here going into the first course.
Yeah, we're only a quarter way into the map, so still plenty of time for either team to take an advantage here. But we'll be Mexico with the lead for now. Little Lightmare, the current acting captain, going to be finding his first miss.
He's still holding pretty decently overall. Turbo, Milk, and Fear, all 3 FCs so far.
Yeah, I can see the consistency in the mapping coming out on this week's Nomad 1.
There is one part in this that is slightly off rhythm. I think it's coming up. It should be on the right side of the screen. I think at like 900 something combo. Right there. Nobody misses it though. That's the only part that's slightly off snap. But everything else is just this 1-2 with occasional 1-4 streams.
Fear can be finding a miss there. Still going to be advantage to Mexico.
Yeah. Still advantage to Mexico, especially with Mendes' miss right there. I wanted to see how many points that one miss would have gained for Israel, but we don't get to see that. Turbo breaks their full combo. Only 1 full combo left, and it's gone as well. I'm sorry, Milk. I shouldn't have spoken for you.
Cowboy just slightly behind, still holding for now. Will be the combo leader for the lobby now, though. And as the map comes to a close, it's looking fairly good for Mexico. Likely going to be taking this early breakpoint to start out the match, which is not how Israel wanted to start off, but still fairly close scoreline considering the seeding differences.
Yeah, and I knew somebody was going to miss that last note. That last note, only wiggle in the whole map. You gotta love it.
3 minutes into a map, all of a sudden you gotta hit a wiggle.
Yep, literally. But honestly, not that bad from Israel still. 3 940s for the 977 has the highest score. Still pretty good overall. Definitely was within striking distance, I'd say.
Yeah,
And
Turbo
AMC
had the 12 misses, but they were all grouped up together. So if he hadn't missed like a big streamer or whatever it was, their miss count would have been really close between the two teams as well. Yeah, that is an opening breakpoint for Mexico. Which means it will be their pick next. Still plenty of the pool open to them.
I feel like Mexico has to go hidden 2. I feel like you just gotta pick hidden 2 here. Hard Rock 3, okay.
Interesting.
I mean, Israel didn't perform that well on the Hard Rocks last week from what I saw. So, could be a sign. Meanwhile, Mexico, one of the best Hard Rock teams from last week. Makes a lot of sense if you think about it like that.
Yeah. Always love a Ken map, so never be disappointed in that pick. Do suspect that Mexico's keeping some hidden picks in their back pocket, though. Maybe for later in the match to close it out. It's also going to be a short one. Minute 56. Or minute 52 of drain time.
Yeah, this one I would say is quite a big step up in difficulty. A lot trickier than last week's maps for sure. I feel like we're going to see a lot more misses on this one than we did the last map.
Alright, we're diving back into it now. I mean, no roster changes, as expected from Israel, but Mexico keeping the same 3 in as well.
There's the full team breaks from Israel at the start, and this is kind of how I expected this map to go. It's really punishing, especially in the intro. So many parts that just have slightly off-snapped notes, but meanwhile Mexico, they're still holding the triple FC, which that in itself is pretty good.
Cooking.
It was one of them though, sadly, with fear of breaking. But this one, I mean, you could turn this into a 4v3 right now and Mexico would still be winning, by the way. That's how good they're playing on this, I can't lie.
Yeah, and even like Fear finding another miss there in Cowboy as well, but you can even see the difference in that. They're immediately jumping right back into it and getting that combo back, whereas when Israel's missing, they're dropping a ton of notes, struggling to get back into the rhythm. Everyone from Mexico has now finally broken, so no full combos, but again, like they're just finding small misses while still playing the map well. Meanwhile, Israel's just really struggling to play the map. So yeah, that is going to be a very clean victory for Mexico. Just shy of 800,000 score difference. But as you mentioned earlier, a bit expected. Israel, not the greatest at Hard Rock. Mexico, one of the greatest. Or definitely up there.
They're definitely performing above their seed with Hard Rock Mexico, that is. They're definitely, I don't think they're a seed 15 Hard Rock team. More like a seed 10 Hard Rock team, if you think about it. And Israel going to go back to Nomad 2. Probably the best thing that they could do here.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that Israel didn't ban Hard Rock, but we've yet to see how Hidden goes. Maybe same story. And with the Nomad 2, we get our first OS original, at least for this year's CWC, I believe.
Yep, that is true.
Planetary Exclusion Zone, composed specifically for CWC. Always love to see it. I got rusty with the map.
Yeah, one thing I love about this one is the background of this. There is a whole lore about this background that you can see inside of the Osu Dev CWC 2025 Osu News thread that Connor posted, our map pooler. Like, there's a whole, like, several paragraph thing. And the TLDR is, song name is Planetary Exclusion Zone, so we need something like space and futuristic thingy. And they ended up making it a sarcophagus because it was sealing the energy around it. And it now acts as a black hole that's sucking everything in. So if you look at the background, it's actually a sarcophagus. Now, my personal thing is that you look at the song title name and it's Planetary Exclusion Zone. That stands for PEZ. It looks like a Pez machine to me a little bit. That's my own personal lore. It's a sarcophagus Pez machine.
We need like an update edit for the background that turns it into a Pez machine. There's like little Pez floating around where we got those little colored orbs, little confetti looking
That'd be
things.
amazing.
Yeah. I want Pez now. I haven't had Pez in like so long since I was a kid.
It's been so long. Yeah, this one very consistent in the way it's mapped. A bit harder than the prior map. We already see one miss coming out from Turbo and then this.
Yeah, because we're looking a little shaken after that last map. This is their pick now, and we're back to Nomad.
Yeah, Fear does find one miss to offset it, but they're already up by 100,000 points, Mexico is. I mean, this one is definitely a lot harder than the previous Nomad one that Israel did pick before. So it's not too surprising to see a little bit more struggle, of course.
Nice long spinner for the break section. Goes for about 120,000 score advantage to Mexico halfway through the map.
They're kind of just running away with this one at this point. Low Nightmare finally breaking on the top again, but see, look, Mexico, they're still pretty strong, honestly.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, everyone's holding on, building up combo back, doing well, and then basically team miss over on Israel. Fury found a break. Cowboy and Milk still holding strong, though.
Yeah, honestly, like, this map is not easy to FC by all means, and they just pulled out 2 FCs, and Fear wasn't that far behind. I think he had 2 misses in total, 4 misses, pretty much 2 section misses, which that team score for Mexico is probably going to be one of the better ones throughout this week, I believe, on this map. So, even though Israel didn't do the best on this map, Mexico just honestly performing very well, all things considered.
Yeah, it's one of those maps where you can't even really be that mad at yourself because there was nothing for you to do anyway. Like, Mexico just didn't give them the opening. It is going to bring us over to Mixed Mod 2. Israel not happy about it. Oh yeah, that's in Mixed Mode 1. Do agree, at least song-wise, Mixed Mod 1, I think, is the banger.
I think they are both bangers, personally. But I could see why people would not like this mapping style, because it is hyper dashless, which means it's going to be a bit more of a struggle, a bit more unconventional than you would be used to. I mean, that's kind of the way that it goes with Dave, is you kind of get that unconventional vibe a lot of the time.
Yeah. Dave mapping, always a treat.
It's like we're gonna have one swap for Mexico, Kami coming in instead of Cowboy.
And everybody over to the right slots. I will say, after hearing the preview of this song for a little bit now, this definitely seems like something Dave could cook on.
Oh yeah, I mean, you could give that guy any kind of song really, and I feel like Dave would end up making something that you haven't really thought of before on a map. I mean, if you've been mapping for... It's been too long. I mean, this guy's been here since the start.
Yeah.
So...
A true legend.
They've been around, they know anything more than anyone else at this point. You know,
we finally
now that I
will be
think
hopping
about
in.
it, I wonder if Dave has been mapping longer than some of the players in this year's World Cup have been alive.
I could see it. There's probably
I
at
think
least
it's
one
possible.
person that's younger.
There's gotta be one. And that's just a crazy thought to have. We're getting to the point that older generation's children can start playing the game.
Yeah, I'm excited for like 10 years from now when JBH has like a whole prodigy of mappers.
That's the new UK team.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Starting out here, honestly, pretty even, all things considered. Wait, hold up. We have two misses from the side of Mexico from Kami and Melk. Low Lightmare struggling a bit on the hidden, but his teammates are doing pretty well on this.
Yeah, still score advantage for Mexico, but frankly, it's pretty close. Score leaders are going to be Turbo and Firu. Unfortunately, Little Lightmare is struggling quite a bit on the hidden, and that is making that lead continue to grow for Mexico ever so slowly.
Yeah, POV, your team forced you to play hidden, is pretty much what's happening here. But I mean,
I understand the hidden ban now.
Yeah, it's really not that far off still. Like, it's still within reach. Just need a little bit of combo. Just a little bit. It's not looking like it's gonna happen though.
Yeah, Lightmare's
with that
having a rough time
there. Meanwhile, just gonna point out, Pure is still kind of cooking on the hidden for Mexico, by the way. Only FC left in the lobby, and they're just destroying the map.
Yeah, and also in Lightmare's defense, this is AR 8.3 hidden, which, if you're not even comfortable with hidden in general, low AR hidden is just absolutely brutal.
Yeah. Pure finally breaking, and it doesn't matter at this point because Milk has found a pretty consistent combo to back it up at this point, too.
Yeah, what was a pretty, close scoreline just kept slowly growing more and more as the map progressed, all the way up to 300,000. Ended up being fairly convincing. So, scoreline is now 0-4. Mexico is one away from match point, but it is Israel's pick next, so they have a chance to try and keep them away.
Did we get the third Nomad pick in a row? That's the real question. I think we might end up getting it. Nomad Fort?
Only one left,
gotta
so...
go DT1.
So it is the convert though, so I'll have to see if they're down to clown.
I don't know if they're down
to try to take us elsewhere.
Oh, I love that terminology. I might have to just take that from you. Down to clown on the Nomad 4 convert.
Absolutely.
I know Connor. If Connor was here listening to this, he would love that too.
That's why you guys keep me around every once in a while. Every couple months, I throw out a good phrase, and then I go back to the dungeon to cook.
We're actually gonna be
Give me
getting
Hard
Hard Rock
Rock 2.
2. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh,
I'm happy we get to see this.
I love this map. I was a little fun fact before the match. I was going through previewing all the songs just to get a feel for how they sounded, and I just saw the background first, and I immediately went, "This is a Xerox map, isn't it?" And then I looked, I'm like, "Yep, it sure is." Xerox loving his otters.
I'm waiting for the day that we get a Chatty Xerox collab, and then there's just
Oh
this
my god.
otter polar bear background. Otters and polar bears having fun together. That's definitely going to be the background, and it needs to happen now. Somebody
That would
commission
go
that
hard.
art, get a collab. It needs to happen.
It's a very fitting song as well. We're heading into summer.
Yeah. And if you're on the East Coast or anywhere in the United States, please stay safe over the next few days. It's gonna be hot. Very
Yeah.
hot. Yeah. Me and Snow over here, we're not looking forward to it. This guy's name's
Oh,
Snow
nice.
Leopard, but he's gonna melt.
Bro, it's 90 out right now.
You're gonna be Water Leopard next.
Yeah, which, let me quick swapper, that is a 33 Celsius for all of you non-Americans. It is,
It hasn't
not
even
fun.
started yet. It's gonna get bad.
yeah. That's like, yeah. It's gonna be pretty much that or more the entire week.
Yeah. So please stay warm, or don't stay warm. Stay chill. Don't stay warm. It's gonna be too warm. You don't want to stay this warm. Might as well go to the beach, find some otters, have fun with the otters. They bite though, so be careful.
Honestly. See, that's my problem. I have the worst of both worlds. I'm the Midwest, so like I don't even have a beach to go to. I just have cornfields and suffering. Gotta hop on a plane, head over to the coast.
Anyways, we're getting started on this one now. Just look at the cute otters, man. Now you can look at them. This one's gonna be a bit smaller circle sized. What some players would call memory. We're gonna see a lot of misses. Definitely a lot of misses. Very low BPM, so every note, you kind of have to pre-move towards every note on this map. Except for that one, by the way, which is the one that Fury missed. That's the only note that you don't pre-move in the whole map at 60 combo. And Israel actually taking their first advantage of the match. And that's going to be going right away in 2 seconds, unfortunately. But it's still pretty close.
Oh, I'm back. I'm back.
No,
It's going away.
nope. Well, it's coming back. That's how this one's going to be, I feel like. Lots of misses. Milk is only one surviving past 200 combo. Congratulations to Milk.
Yeah, Milk going hard, actually. Holding that FC. But everyone else definitely feeling the pain. About 2/3 of the way through so far, and that score just keeps growing for Mexico, mainly off the back of Milk.
Yeah,
Hero and Cowboy have gotten some combo going now, but
Milk is just kind of carrying this one on their back.
yeah. Mendes has a pretty good showing as well over for Israel. Doing better than Firu, a little behind Cowboy. Yeah, unfortunately for Israel, that is an SS out of Milk.
Yeah, fortunate for Mexico though, that's for sure. Very nice play from Milk.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful score there. Firu, again, a little behind Nendus, but Cowboys above. So even without the crazy play from Milk, if he just kind of did the same average as the other two, still would have been a win. But that SS makes it a very decisive win.
For sure. Now we are on match point here for Mexico. It is Mexico's pick. But we see Israel wanting to play a certain map. We'll see if that ends up happening. Everything's possible.
That is Nomad 4, actually.
Oh, yeah. See, they should have picked Nomad 4.
Yeah,
and do it. I mean, honestly, though, I'd rather Hard Rock 2, so I think they made the right decision in the end.
Question is, did Mexico give them what they're asking for? I already don't think so. I have a feeling we're going to get a hidden pick. Yeah, hidden 3. It's Jover.
You can just feel all the players on Israel just kind of dying in their chairs right now as soon as they saw this one get out on
Just
preview.
immediately up, GG.
It's like,
all right, see you next year.
One of those things is like, you really, it's really painful. But hey, at least they didn't pick the low AR one, you know?
Yeah, you know,
they had a little bit of mercy.
Yeah, that is fair. Gonna have to keep the rusty map for a rainy day, but gonna get the AFB map. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, usually you'd have the AFB one be the low AR one and the rusty be the mid AR one, but this time it's swapped around.
I also appreciate the faith our mappers have in us, not giving us a pronunciation guide on this one.
You can do it, I believe in you. I mean, your brother's also name is Japan, so you can do it, right?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I'm
completely
stuck
fine.
on the first one, if it's just Sue or Sui. Or
I think
Sui.
it's sweet.
Sui, maybe?
You know,
Yeah.
Mahime. Or Mahime.
Yeah, Suino Mahime. Yeah, that sounds right. Seura, maybe? I should know that one. I should know how to say that one.
I think you got that one correct. We do see on the side of Mexico swapping in Agamalpa for this pick from Mexico. First time we're seeing them this match. And I do believe that's going to be everybody on the Mexican roster except for Daxraz, which people would usually say Daxraz would be their strongest player, but haven't been playing too much this year so far. Definitely one of their oldest standing players, long standing players, along with Cowboy and Firu. Way back in the days when you had Ponchiwi as well.
Yeah, a little bit of throwback coming out for what very likely could be the last map of this match, but you never know. Actually, a rough start for everybody except for Firu.
Yeah, I don't know why, but this map, the intro is just really awkward for some reason. But I mean, that's just kind of the whole map. Plus it's hidden, so you end up not having that great of a time.
Uh-oh,
Just like
Cowboy.
the stream's not having a great of a time.
I think Cowboy's connection having a time right now, causing everything else to lag out as it tries to stay in sync with someone that it cannot sync with.
Oh god.
This Attorney Client is a wondrous application, but its weak point
Maybe
is
they
that
got
it
Windows
tries
updated?
really hard to be in sync,
You know, they're still winning though.
which is scary.
It is very scary. Oh, okay. We got a panic button. No, I think he's just all tabbed or something. I don't know. Maybe just disconnected. Oh no. Oh, something's playing.
Yep.
It's going a little bit. It's going.
Yeah, no,
This
I
is
think it keeps
this is some
repeating the
interesting
same.
gameplay.
Yeah, it keeps looping the same. Well, maybe. Kind of looks like Cowboys just like looping the same couple seconds of the map, but maybe not.
Oh, we got. Oh. Yeah, it seems like they were just stuck in the intro, but I mean, with
Maybe
Fear
not.
FC,
They
still.
were. We saw the spinner there, so maybe Cowboy is just completely like disconnected or AFK or something.
Oh, not lagging anymore. Oh, they're back.
Hey, welcome back.
And I mean, with Fear just FCing the map, that kind of makes up a pretty big difference in the score. So I mean, they're still winning. They still won, which is crazy to think
It's
about.
just insane.
Is that really what happened in the MP link? Let's see.
I'm
Yeah,
curious,
that's a legit 250k score from Cowboy.
Okay.
So there you have it. Mexico do take the point, I guess, in in this.
Cowboy in the
Yeah,
chat there is scrolled past now, but he said someone knocked at his door. So yeah, no, he just straight up just got off, stood up from his PC and had to go answer the door real quick.
Honestly, during a hidden map, I respect that. I would do the same thing if I was forced to play hidden. Honestly, so true. That's such a vibe. But yeah, that's gonna be Mexico. Moving on to this one, going into next week. Who do they play next week? We have to look at that. Let's see, where's the challenge? It's somewhere over here. Where is it? Do they play against?
Yeah.
Should be the loser of 2 and 8, right? Wait, no. Who do they play against? Let's see.
Yeah, the
It should be
loser of
Vietnam or
28
Hong Kong. Wait, no, loser 28. Okay. Oh, that's
would be
a
France or
hard match.
Canada.
Oof.
Yeah, that's a toughie.
Yeah, that one's gonna be really hard for them this week or next week. Going into that one, France Canada probably being one of the most, I'd say, tense matchups of this week. Two teams that most people predicted to go possibly in the top 6. So Mexico having a really rough week next week in the losers bracket. Only one of those two teams can surpass that week, which is going to be really crazy because I think both teams had aspirations to go higher than next week in the tournament.
Definitely, yeah.
You see the rest of our schedule on the board now. 3 hours from now, 22 UTC, is going to be Argentina versus Colombia to wrap this out for the night. If you're on the East Coast, stick around because you still have more matches later in the day towards the very, very end of the night. Brazil, Australia, and Korea versus Peru. But that is going to be it for us for now. I have been Sekray, joined by Snow Leopard for this cast. You guys have a wonderful rest of your afternoons.
Thank you all for watching. See ya.